Welcome, Cancer, to your June astrology. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you. My name is Keisha. I'm the owner of A Way of Life. I am a career and business coach using astrology. Before we jump in, family, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you find this information helpful and you think other people can find it helpful as well, please share. We are trying to grow our community. We appreciate you in advance, and make sure you hit the notifications bell so that you can be notified every time we go live. Cancer, on June 3rd, Mercury goes direct. Thank God. You may have had communication issues with a friend, or an old friend has come back into your life. It could be someone you grew up with or went to school with, and you're really wondering how much you want to invest in this new or this reconnection. And if it's not that, it could definitely be the groups and that you belong to, or the or your social interactions with others, or your social media presence. Maybe there's been a lot of miscommunication, errors, blockages, delays, things of that nature. You could be deleting some people off, or just clearing out the clutter on your page and refreshing, refining, making it look different or giving it a different feel in some way, shape, or form. And maybe there were some problems around that, but it was definitely a good time to go back and do all of those things. It could have been that you're challenging your communication in general, how you communicate with people on a consistent basis, for all reasons, and how that changes the way you make your decisions around who you choose to be friends with, who you choose to connect with on social media, or anything of that nature. This could have been plans around going out to events and things of that nature, car issues that kind of come with delays, or miscommunication, or screw ups, or things that you had to go back and redo, or whatever. And if it wasn't any of those things, these could have been just opportunities that came and gone, or there was some kind of miscommunication with them. They never really fully got to a complete decision, if you will. And that's something you'll be working on now that Mercury is direct. And if it's none of those things, the typical car issues, travel to work issues, especially if you're doing like public transportation, or siblings, neighbors, cousins, even any kind of miscommunication, or arguments or disagreements with them, you'll be going back now and having the opportunity to come up with some real solutions, coming with some real clear communication on your expectations within those relationships. And if you're not doing any of those things, you're revisiting some goals that you might have had, or especially your long-term goals, or you may be second guessing something you wanted, and now you'll get some clarity on whether or not you move forward with that aspiration or something. This could definitely be around a goal that you have. Yeah. Okay, and then on the 11th, Venus will conjunct Uranus. So if you're single and ready to mingle, this could be a sudden connection with somebody you meet in a social setting, or you and a friend, start to get the conversating and realizing like, oh shoot, we got something in common. I'm just saying, it's a thing. And you might, that relationship, that friendship might turn into a romantic relationship. Kudos to you if you got that going on. This could be a sudden windfall of money or a sudden loss of money. Um, mm, or you're budgeting, getting better with your money, savings, working towards a windfall. So maybe investing in something and waiting for the proceeds to come through for that. Um, or you're working on your spending here. Maybe you spend a lot of things that you don't really need. You could be a hoarder. Um, like you just buy stuff just in case stuff, no matter what stuff. I got it even if I don't need it stuff. It could be that kind of energy here. And you're working on cutting that down here because you might be realizing that it's affecting other things that you might want to do in your life. Or this could be a skill or a talent that you're mastering and getting proceeds from that. On the 14th, there's a full moon in Sagittarius that will square Neptune. So we're talking about a square to Neptune here. On the lower vibration, unfortunately, this is lies, deceit, illusions, delusions, deception, deceit, deception, same thing, right? Addictions, lack of clarity, and lack of direction. This could be around a health issue, so you might want to get a second opinion. You could be misdiagnosed, and there's just a lot of confusion around this issue, and a while before it's resolved. But hang in there, you will find support. You will find the right person. Just keep going to different people. If this is around your work area of life, there can be an ethical issue that arises that you'll have to deal with, or a coworker is not following policy, and you're going to have to be the one that says something. You might be the one who sees it the most or whatever, and it's a little disappointing and sad, but you're going to have to deal with it. This could also be you making the decision to leave a job that you're just disappointed with. Maybe you felt like this job was gonna be something that you liked, and you're seeing some things that aren't. I don't want to say these are ethical issues, although it could be. All right, it could be, but it also just could be that you're not it's not as satisfying as you thought it was going to be. And it's really could be why you're second guessing your goals, because this job might have been your leg up for that. And now that you have to change it, it's going to put you in a fog. It's going to put you in a really disappointing, sad place. And I would honor that. Honor that space, go inward, do your healing, really reconsider and think about, well, what is it that you want? And you'll get the clarity around that. And then Venus moves into Gemini, giving you blessings for all. Blessings, compassion, and gratitude you have for others. That's what you're going to be doing. Like you could have made it really far. Like you could be hitting a milestone in your life. You could be in a place in your life that you never thought that you would make it through, with all that you've been through. And even though you might still have a long way to go, you are just grateful, right? And so what people could be witnessing the most is how grateful you are and compassionate you are for the people who stuck in there with you, who's dealt with you, who's watched you, who supported you, and things of that nature. Just super grateful, super, super grateful. You can definitely want a little more alone time, for sure. Um, Doing things that bring you pleasure, desire, and joy. Just relaxing. You don't have to be doing anything. This is where people take staycations. If you can take some time off of work, you don't really have nowhere to go. You might not even be interested in traveling, but you just want to be away, like by yourself. You need space, right? Or you're going on a retreat to find and seek answers for something, whether that's your health or just some deep internal issues that you feel like you've been going through that you've not yet found the answers, and you're tired of not knowing and you want to get to the root of something. And you go on a spiritual retreat and do some ayahuasca or something like that. Yeah. Mm, yeah. On the 28th, there's a new moon in your sign, square Jupiter. This is a new start to change your appearance, how you show up to the world, or you're getting recognition again for just being compassionate. Like people are just going to begin to show you that they see you seeing them, right? Or you're changing your style, your hair, your makeup, how, again, just how people see you. You could be losing weight, gaining weight, for whatever type of reason, but especially if you're dealing with any health issues, right? Um, or you're getting more secure in your values, your self-worth, um, self-care, and believing in yourself and what you're capable of. Um, this could be a push towards a new career, but take your time really trying to figure out whatever this is. Even get some coaching or mentorship if you have to, because Jupiter expands everything that it touches. And if you go down that road of looking for stuff, you're going to get responses back that you're not expecting, and you're not going to be prepared. That's just what Jupiter does. That's what a square and Jupiter looks like, is overwhelmed of responses and answers that you thought was going to be slow, but because you went in and you went hard, super passionate and super motivated, you're going to get that energy right back at you. So, and that's not a bad thing, but if you're not prepared for it, if you don't have the time to take those calls, you could be missing a bunch of opportunities. And just, like, have some kind of structure around it. Leave specific times that you can be reached. If you do it that way, what if you do that, make sure you have a plan for sure, right? Um, can this be anything else? Mm, yeah, you could definitely be getting more responsible, mature, and disciplined, and something that you want for yourself. Yeah, so you're gonna be busy. You might not take this new dive for the career. It might start in the mind first, where your thoughts and ideas get the percolating and stuff, and you just like let that be and plan and map out what it is you really want. Like really ask yourself the tough questions, no matter how unrealistic it seems. And then as you write it down and do your lists and things of that nature, then you break it apart and then start putting pieces together to see what you can formulate to make it something more realistic and grounded, right? And go from there. If you take that route with this Jupiter energy, you'll be better off. So if you can take a vacation or get away, that would be good. It's going to help change your perspective on things, your world's view, your beliefs, your philosophy, maybe even getting some education around something that you want to be better at. So if it's not coaching, it's education, or some kind of spiritual belief here is formulating in a way that is really profound and beautiful, that you're getting back some kind of faith that you realized you have, that you believed in, that's gotten you through sometimes. And again, just grateful. You're going to be grateful for that. Um, so yeah, I'd say take your time if you're starting a new career. Even if you're in a career and you're second guessing it, take your time before you make the decision. Allow yourself some time to breathe within between that. If that's something you can afford to do, plan for that. It's going to help you really get to the deeper issues when it comes to your career and what you want to do and how to move forward. So, Cancer, I love and appreciate you. I hope you found this information helpful. Peace.